Mic. Okay, can you hear me now? Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Those of you who have been with us, I was trying to fix my sounds. For some reason, I wasn't going on, but I'm hoping that the sound is on now. And those of you who have been there from the very beginning, you are incredible. Thank you so much for dropping by. I would say good evening, everyone. And Shaboya says sound is great. Hello, everyone. Hello, Shaboya. Hello, TJ. Guys, just a new quick fix to our podcast. We will be reading messages that are related to the topic much later in the podcast. So not straight away. So don't think I'm ignoring your posts. I'm seeing them, but I'll have a slot where I'll read all of them. But for now, you can go on and just text. But once we've started, like we're going to in a bit, I'll not be reading text until some time that is allocated to reading text. Otherwise, thank you so much for dropping by and good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our live podcast, Digesting the Heart with Winfred. And tonight's topic is one that touches every relationship at some point. Secrets that break trust in a relationship. That's a hard one, guys. Secrets that break trust in a relationship. I remember someone suggested it last week, and that's why we are going that way. It's a topic that was suggested by you, and we decided that a topic that wins most votes is the one that we will be going with. And so in the group, that was the topic suggested, and even on the podcast, that was a topic that was suggested. So it's the one that we are going to be talking about. Now, trust is like oxygen, yeah? Without it, love can't breathe. And secrets, oh my goodness, they are like slow poison to a relationship. And at first, you don't see the damage that secrets have done to your relationship, but eventually they eat away at the bond that you have with your partner. So if you have been one who was contemplating not to tell certain things and tell some, well, today you need to grab a seat and let's digest matters concerning the heart regarding secrets. Secrets are some of those things that really are not good for relationships, but are inevitable. Somehow, somewhere, you keep some things to yourself, hoping that at right time you will reveal it to your loved one. But at times, that right time never presents, because of many reasons why we don't, why we keep secrets to ourselves, and eventually, before you know it, you have no relationship, because once a secret leaks, oh my goodness, it's finished, it's done for. No one will want to stand a leaked secret. I mean, it is best when you tell it to that person and you tell them, you know what, I was keeping this as a secret. I was going through this, and this is what happened to me. But if your partner or your friend gets to find out without you telling them, it becomes hard. Now, I'm wondering who else has joined in. I can see TJ, I can see Shaboya. I don't know where my fans, Jasper, Cedric, Rogers, Lydian, Dina. I don't know where you guys are, but I really need you on this team. You are amazing. You come up with these crazy, crazy suggestions that intrigue me, and it is good for us to exchange ideas and get to hear what someone else thinks of certain things. So if you're out there, guys, let me know who is watching and where you're watching from. It would be good if you let me know who else is tuned in and where you're tuning in from. Otherwise, we're talking about secrets and the dangers of secrets. Now, trust, it, like I said, is like oxygen. Without it, you can't breathe. We will go deeper into that. I mean, if you cannot do without oxygen, you can't do without trust in a relationship. I've met people who have said that if I don't trust you, then what am I doing with you? I need to be able to trust you to be able to deal with you. But if I can't trust you, then I'm not dealing with you. I'm not spending any more of my time with you. So that trust is really key. Just like we need oxygen to exist, relationships do need trust to be able to exist or to be able to stand. And Jasper says hello, guys, and Cedric says hello, everyone. Guys, you are the ones I've been waiting for. Now I'm waiting for Lillian, Dina, and Rogers, plus anyone else that is out there. Barakat, my Elytrian friend, if you are on, let me know that you're watching. And single dad, yeah, let me know what you think of the topic that we are going to be discussing about. Otherwise, back to our topic. We are saying, I said, like, trust is like oxygen. Without it, love can't breathe. The secrets, they are like slow poison. Secrets that we keep to ourselves. An example, I keep to myself a certain habit, a certain disease. Once it comes out, it is that slow poison that slowly poisons and eventually takes you out. So it would take the relationship out if you do not deal with the truth and put the secret out there. At first, you don't see the damage, but eventually they eat away at the bond of the relationship. This topic is one that excites and causes a nervousness because everyone has a story about secrets. Everyone has. I mean, every one of us has held a secret at some point. So I know it is one that is open to anyone to say something. If you've had a secret that you kept for some time and it now came out, how did you handle it? Did your relationship last? I need to hear from you. I think people underestimate how even small secrets like hiding a recipe can destroy big trust. We underestimate secrets. Secrets have a big gun that they can point to any relationship and really just take it down. Avoid them if you can, because once they come out, it's never good. If they come out, especially if they are revealed on their own, oh my goodness, it is not the best. I know of a gentleman who was running 2 families. At the same time, he was a surgeon. And he would at night sometimes say to the wife, the first wife, that, you know what, I've got surgeries that will run through the whole week. I will be living in the hospital. So those 2 weeks, he would go over to the other woman. And in the night, he would forget where he was and what he told the other one. And it became such a thing for him that he actually got ill. And because, guys, managing 2 relationships is not easy. You're not being torn left, right, and center between these 2 people that you care about. It's not easy. I mean, we can love, but we cannot love 2 people at the same time. I know there are people who, by religion, think they can, but it's not easy as you think. Now, this man got a heart problem because his heart could not take it. I mean, he was pulled at Christmas, pulled on Easter, pulled on Thanksgiving, and there's no way he could divide himself equally without and give excuses, because one time the wife called the hospital and said, my husband was supposed to be with me. Why is it he's not here? And yet even the other Christmas he wasn't. And they're like, well, he's not at the hospital. That's when the truth leaked. But while the man was trying to commute in the night from one home to another, trying to balance out things, like one of the kids on the other woman's side was having a birthday, and the other kid on his side was having a graduation. Was it a graduation for preschool? A recital, I think, something like that. He couldn't cope, and so he had a heart attack and died. And when he was rushed to the hospital, they kept on asking, are you the wife? The wife said, yes, I'm the one. And he died between states because, I mean, one woman was living in one state and another woman was living in another state. And that was already hard enough to juggle, because it is not easy having to be on a train or plane from one state to another until the thing took him. And at his burial, they put it over the newspapers about a great surgeon who had passed, and they said he died of heart attack. That's when the other wife got to know. And when the other one got to know, she came and said, no, he's my husband. And she was saying, oh, no, he's my husband. So it was a tug of war, who is the right wife to the late. And it was a shame later when it all came out, because the kids felt like their dad was a liar. He lived a double life. It is not really good. But that secret was eating at him until it took him out. So we've got to think twice about the secrets that we keep in a relationship, because, like I said, people underestimate the secrets, the power of hiding secrets. It is really, really big, and they destroy big trust. Now, before we dive into deep about our topic today, I want to hear from you, our viewers, our audience. Drop in the chat, what's the secret? What's that secret you think could end a relationship instantly? I need to hear from you. What is that one secret you think that if the other partner got to know, in a relationship would not stay? That it would, end a relationship just like that? I want to hear from you guys. You can text and we'll read your suggestions or opinions when the slot is open. I will be reading your answers, so don't think I won't. They are important, and I'll consider them. So go ahead and drop in the comment section. What do you think is that big secret that could end a relationship instantly, as in the moment it's out, the relationship can't stand? Because to some degree you may think there's no secret that can really do that, but there are secrets that every secret has its own weight depending on the relationship. If I get to know you are married when we are just starting a relationship, well, it could be okay. Because I get to know early, and so it could be something I could easily forgive. But if I get to know after some time, years of being with you, and I get to find out that you actually have been married even way longer. On TikTok, there are all kinds of stories, guys. I had this story on TikTok of a lady who had been married to a gentleman who had apparently passed. It didn't make much sense, but his secret was good. When it came to, going to meet the family of the girl, apparently the man said, you can't meet my people. They don't live within the country. They live abroad. And so the woman was in cloud nine, thinking, my husband's relatives are not in the country, so that's why we can't meet his people, but he's willing to get married to me. Later, when the truth came out, that he actually has people and they know about him, that he had passed years, like about 10 years ago, that is when the whole thing took a different toll and he had to disappear. So I don't know whether that is true, but secrets really have that power to take down relationships. They just hold heavy weight on relationships. They can destroy relationships just like that. Like, there are so many kinds of secrets out there. You let me know in the comment section or on the WhatsApp number what you think is the biggest secret that could break a relationship instantly. If there is any that you know of, just go on and drop it and we'll read that later. Otherwise, what trust really means. What trust really means is what we are going to deal with. This is a word people throw around a lot and comes with many definitions. Trust, oh my goodness, everyone has a definition for trust. What is it they call trust? You can let me know what you think trust is, and I'll let you know what I think of trust. Trust is confidence that my partner, I actually was talking to a lady called Eva, and this is what she told me. She said, trust is confidence that my partner is consistent, not perfect, but consistent. that they show up when they say they will, that they would tell me what they would tell me matches their actions. For her, that is trust. I mean, I went on asking different people, what is your opinion, guys, on what you think trust is? Because it is one of those words that doesn't have one definition, but many. And trust me, there are so many definitions of trust. And everyone, because of the degree or because of what we expect from our partners, trust is gauged and defined differently. Eva said, trust is confidence that my partner is consistent. My partner is not perfect, but consistent. That they show up when they say they will, that they will tell what they tell matches what with their actions. That is what Eva said about trust. So you can go ahead and let me know what you think trust is as per you. But I also talked to Timo, and Timo says, when I trust someone, I can be vulnerable without feeling like they will use it against me. So to him, trust is being vulnerable with a person and trusting that this person will not use it against you, whatever it is that you've opened up in your vulnerability. That is what he said was trust. Now, yes, trust is the foundation. And without trust, love turns into suspicion. So trust has to be really key in a relationship. Quick pause for the audience. I'll ask, do you believe that trust can be rebuilt after it's broken? I need to hear from you people. Do you believe trust can be rebuilt after it has been broken? If you believe trust can be rebuilt after it has been broken, again, go ahead in the comment section. Let me know whether trust can be rebuilt after it has been broken. The first poll that I took, I wanted to know what is that biggest secret that could end a relationship instantly the moment it's out. What is it that you think is that one secret that could break a relationship instantly the moment the person gets to know that about that secret? What is it that you think is that secret? Let me know in the comment section, and trust me, I will read all your comments. I will read all your comments. The big secrets that break trust are the ones that we are going to talk about. What are some of the big secrets that can break trust in a relationship? I mean, there are so many things that we can talk about or think about, but the big secrets that break trust are the ones we are going to be dealing with at the same time. Now, those of you who are dropping by for the very first time, the topic of discussion is secrets that break trust. They are those secrets that people keep that really break trust. And like I said, trust is like oxygen. Yeah, without it, love can't breathe. Just like you cannot breathe without oxygen, a relationship cannot survive without trust. Now, I ask, any of those secrets that you think are too big that once they are out, they would ruin a relationship. They are the ones I want you to drop in the comment section. It's a live podcast. Go ahead and let me know what you think is the biggest secret that could end a relationship instantly once it is out. And the other thing I wanted to ask was, do you believe trust can be rebuilt after it's broken? Type yes or no. That is all I require. Otherwise, we're going to be dealing now with the big secrets that break trust. Let's talk about the heavy heaters, the secrets that are like nuclear bombs in a relationship. I mean, we can categorize and say these ones are too small, they can easily be forgiven. These ones are too big, they cannot be forgiven. Let us talk about those secrets that we think could break a relationship. The first is obvious: infidelity. Oh my goodness, infidelity. Unfaithfulness in a relationship, stepping out in a relationship. That one, I think, is a big one that is not so easy to forgive in a relationship if it comes out. Emotional or physical. Infidelity is bad. Even even just dealing someone in a flirty way, dealing with someone in a flirty way while hiding it, that is cheating. So infidelity doesn't stand much of a chance. Sometimes it's not about the act, it's the secrecy. If you delete messages, hide calls, or create fake accounts on different social media platforms, that is betrayal. So that can also, once it comes out, I mean, I've seen relationships end because this person had created different personalities on social media platforms, calling themselves different and showing off different parts of their body. Once those things came out, relationships didn't stand. So also that one, flirting can also be one of those big bombs that can break trust. Sometimes it's not about the act, it's the secrecy. If you delete messages, you hide your calls. I've seen some people go out when they are receiving calls to talk privately, either to go to the bathroom or somewhere in the shed. That also can, create loops in your relationship. And let me give an example. Imagine you find out your partner has been texting her ex late at night. Yeah, just imagine that. They say it's innocent. We are just catching up, but they've been hiding it from you for months. Is that something that is easily forgiven? Is that something that can work for you? That is something we are going to be talking about. That secrecy feels just as bad as the messages themselves. So even if I get to find out after a month that you've been texting your ex under the guise of we have been catching up, I'll be wondering, what is it that you're catching up for a month? Back and forth, back and forth. The secrets become bigger than the act. The secret that you have been holding is bigger. I mean, it's not wrong to text, but because you've kept it from me, then that can hurt and break a relationship. Another big one is financial secrets. Listen, money fights are one of the top reasons couples break up. I don't know about you guys, but couples break up because of money secrets. I get to know that you have that loan of about 30 million Ugandan shillings. I'm from Uganda, so I'll use Ugandan shillings. You have about 30 million in debt. And then I get to know, and before I know it, they are taking us out of the house that I've called home for some time. They are throwing us out, and your job is over. That's the reason why you can't pay up on the debt, and that's why I'm getting to know. Such secrets can really break a relationship. They may think they are small because they are not emotionally linked, but because it's a secret that involves all of us, it can really break us. For us, they are secretly gambling online, draining savings while pretending everything is fine. People with gambling problems. I know in Uganda we have people who drive borders, or what we call motorcycles. They ferry people from one place to another using motorcycles. Those guys, I keep on wondering and asking them when I get to sit on one, every time I get a chance to, why is it every time you pass by a betting place, it is motorcycles that are lined out? Why is it like that? Because they earn on a daily, they earn per maybe hour or per minute or per whatever. So they tend to go to the betting places to try and recycle the money they've just got and see if their luck would kick in and they double the amount. Now, if someone has a gambling online thing that drains savings, money you would be saving to do something, they are using it to go and gamble to make sure they get some extra. And each time they go, they keep on losing money. Once that secret is out, say like there's this gentleman that I met. He said, I'm going to leave my wife. We've been with her for some time. We've got 2 kids, but I'm going to leave her. And I asked, because that really was big for me. And he said, because I gave her money to keep so that I can start up a business of taking pictures in schools, of taking pictures of people on weddings. I was saving towards getting a good camera, lighting and all that. And I trusted, because she's the wife, to keep that money. And she all the time would get that money and take it out and do whatever it is she needed. So by the time the man said, this period I must have saved enough for me to be getting these equipments, the woman had no coin. So the man was really annoyed and he felt betrayed and was wondering where in the world did she put this money, because every day I leave what we call in Uganda kameza money. Kameza money is money you leave to run the home. Now, the gentleman kept on leaving that money at home and keeping with the woman some money for saving so that they save towards a new project that would take them further financially, only to find the woman had used up all that money. So financial secrets, whether they are gambling online, draining savings while pretending everything is okay, can lead to a breakup because of that secret that was kept. That betrayal of trust, because finances affect both of you, is very key also, guys, to note when we are dealing with secrets that break up trust. Now, there's also another one of past secrets. Oh my goodness, that's another one. Hiding the fact that you have a child or children from your previous relationship or relationships. That one is very key. Guys, it's a live podcast. Let me know what you think could take down a relationship instantly if it's a secret and it leaks. Anything that you think would take out a relationship instantly if that truth is revealed. Because there is no gauge as to what is such a big secret and what is small. But at this point, we have to weigh and see which one is heavier, which one can really bring down a relationship quickly, or which one can survive. So those are the ones we are dealing with, and feel free to drop in the comment section. I'll open the slot and be able to read your comments. Let me know who is watching, where you're watching from, and what your take is on secrets that break up relationships. Otherwise, we continue. I was saying past secrets. Ladies, I don't know about gentlemen. Men tend to always be clear on when they have children. I mean, this gentleman boldly approaches you and says, I'm so and so, I'm married, I've been married before, I have 3 kids. But us ladies, we never come that clean. I don't know whether because we think once it comes out, you may not find me attractive anymore, but we tend to keep some of those things to ourselves, like children or a child had before you met this person. But remember, you had these kids before you met him, so you should be free really to talk about them and introduce them in a relationship other than hide them. That's my take. You can go ahead and drop in the comment section why we do it, but we tend to do that a lot as ladies. Hiding the fact that you have a child or children from a previous relationship or relationships. That is one secret that can break up trust. Or not telling your partner about past marriages. Some of us have been married before or have been in relationships before, but we've never talked about them with our partners. We don't tell them that, you know what, I was with this one at some point, and we just keep quiet. Now, that is bad. Why? Because then you get to that place where and there's a way God does it. These people that you have in your life, somehow, the people we meet, the encounters that we make, someone somehow knows you and knows that you've been married, and it spills over to your partner. And once your partner gets to know that you have been married before, that could be something that really pokes holes in a relationship and it could break it up. So, guys, much as we are listing the big bombs that break up, the big bombs of secrets that break up relationships, we need also to think of the solutions, because they are avoidable if we can help it. Now, there are also health secrets. You have this health issue that you've had for some time, but you don't disclose it to your partner and you keep it a secret. Once your partner finds out, it may be too late and they just, shy off, or they don't want to know, or it hurts them so much, they just pull away. So health secrets can also be one of those things that can, a big bomb that can break up relationships. Addictions. Oh my goodness. If you have an addiction and you keep it a secret, say like I have an addiction of alcohol, of smoking, and I don't tell, and I don't tell. If I don't tell anyone that I've got that addiction, and I get involved with them, they later find out that secret, once it comes to the light, may break our relationship. Now, mental health struggles. Oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on with our day. Mental health struggles are so common. At some point you are okay, and the next point you've zoned out. I don't know whether because of too much stress, too much need for money, people are zoning out too much. Yeah, so the health struggles are so common, or even serious medical conditions. Imagine finding out years later that your partner has been battling with an illness but never told you. Yeah, an illness that is not small but serious, say like cancer, and they didn't tell you they had cancer. And here you are dreaming a life forever with this person, and they knew they had like about, a few days or months to live. That can really hurt, and it can break up a relationship. But if we come clean about these things, guys, it changes things. And also body transformations. That is something we consider now, simply because the day we live in, you can never take someone by the sex they present to you. I mean, I can. There are some states, not in our Uganda, of course, where they ask you, are you born a woman? You say, you feel in and you say you are female. And they say, born female or by choice female? So those are also secrets that need to be discussed. The secrets of body transformations. Are you for real a gentleman, or are you for real a lady? Because if you don't disclose those secrets as well, they can break up a relationship. Imagine you have been in a relationship with this beautiful lady for some time, and then you get to find out that she's not yet fully transformed to being the lady that you would want, but you've been together for 6 years. At knowing, I don't know how many people would stick around and wait for you to transform completely. Some would just run. Why? Because the secret was kept from them initially. But if it's revealed at the onset, I think relationships would stand. These things can cause hurt because it feels like you're shut out of their world. Secrets can cause hurt because it feels like someone is closing you out. There are things they don't want you to know about them, and yet you are thinking, in a relationship, I'm going to be free with this person, I'll be vulnerable, I'll let them know about me. And the reasons why we lie are also there. We'll deal with them later. What do you think is the worst among all the mentioned ones? What do you think is the worst among all the mentioned secrets? I mean, I can break them down for you, like we said: financial secrets, infidelity secrets, past secrets, like you have a child that you never declared to your partner, or health secrets, or addictions, or mental health struggles. Is it the body transformations, which is one of those that you think can knock someone off and they definitely just cannot forgive you, they just leave? Let me know in the comment section what you think would be the worst among all the mentioned. Otherwise, I'll tell you a story. You've been married, for an example, for 5 years. One day while cleaning up paperwork, you discover letters from a loan company. I'm just giving an example. It turns out your partner has been owing the bank about 40 million. Now the problem is that he can't pay on time because he lost his job, and the bank is repossessing the house that you're living in, and he's got no job to pay off the loan. The problem isn't the money he borrowed, because you could get to know maybe he borrowed that money so that we can have that nice wedding or go to this holiday. The problem is not the money. The problem is he couldn't tell you about the loan that he had acquired. And these lies have lingered around for 5 years. You've been with this person, you didn't know. I mean, the loan, because he wasn't able to maintain the loan or service the loan anymore, it has grown up to 40 million. And there is nowhere in the world you can dream of getting such money. I'm using 40 million shillings because we are in Uganda. That sounds big. Now, when I talk American money, that is crazy. But in Ugandan shillings, that is some money that someone can borrow, and it's not even enough to build a house if you're going to buy land. Yeah, it's sometimes even not enough to buy land in Uganda, but someone borrows that much and doesn't let you know. And then the bank is repossessing the house and he's lost his job. He cannot service the loan anymore. What is it that you do? Do you think once that secret comes out and you find those papers without him knowing, the relationship would survive or it wouldn't? Let me know what you think that would do to a relationship. Otherwise, that's devastating because for 5 years, it feels like these decisions have been made together, but they were based on a false reality. This person has been presenting a life where everything is okay because the person has not involved you in the financial issues of the family. And then you get to find out that actually the house that you're living in is going to be repossessed. That he's even not got a job for some time. He's just been getting out of the house in the morning. It causes a lot of questions in your mind. Every day when he wakes up in the morning, has breakfast and leaves, where is he going off to? What is he doing? Does he have a secret life? It poses all these questions that it is best if you have such, you put it out there. I believe in relationships where we talk about things, guys. If we talk about what it is that we are going through, our relationships can stand. I mean, go ahead and borrow money for our wedding so that we can have that lavish wedding. Go ahead, borrow that money. Let's use it on the wedding. But ask me, or let me know that, you know what, I want us to have a good wedding, but I don't have that much money. But there are ways I can get it. I can borrow this money and this is the payment plan. If we work it off this way, we can be able to clear it off and still have an amazing event. Now, if we don't talk about it that way, and then you go ahead and borrow for whatever reasons, I'm wondering, what is it that you have told me that is true? And what is it that you have told me that is a lie? So relationships have broken, not necessarily because of infidelity, but also finances. And that is something that has ruined so many relationships because there is no transparency. If we can come clean about our habits, whether it's online gambling, whether it's, financial secrets of borrowing money, our relationships can stand. You could be surprised when your woman knows someone who would help clear off the debt, or she has a way that debt can be cleared off and you save your home. But if we don't discuss about these things, we are ruining ourselves and taking ourselves straight to the grave. I hope that is also something that is clear. I know someone who found out that their husband had a whole second phone, like a burner phone, just for talking to other women. He had two phones. All along, the woman knew the husband had a Samsung, and he would talk trash about iPhones, and he would say iPhones are not any good. I wouldn't hold it even for free. And yet he had one other phone. That was a burner phone, an iPhone. And all he would use that phone for was to talk to other women. So each time that phone would be in silent, and he would have it and charge it at work and leave it at work. It is the one that he gave out to every girl that he met. Now, she said, the woman said that the heartbreak wasn't just about the cheating, but realizing that she never really knew who she was married to, because the husband had another. To her, it seemed like, betrayal plays different in our minds. Something can happen today, but it plays in our minds for a whole long time, especially ladies. I don't know about you, Jen. Men are easy. They talk about something and let it go. Us, we dwell on it and dwell on it. By the time we let go of it, you may be old and we could take it to our graves. We tend to hold on to things. Now, you may think because I found out you had another phone, that was the end of it. That is just the beginning, because that's when the stalker in me starts pulling out. I start checking on you, following you up in places, tapping your phone, putting the locator on your phone, trying to find all these other ways to keep tabs on you, simply because you've betrayed me once. Now, the woman found out that her husband had two phones. how he actually did find was incredible. He got sick and went to the hospital, but then the secretary used that phone and called and said your phone had been ringing for some time, and called the wife that your husband left his phone at work. It has been ringing. He left it in his desk, on his desk. So that's when the wife picked the phone and going on to call everyone in there. It was just ladies and by their names, because in that phone, he didn't have to hide about who is who. Imagine, I go back to our talk, guys. You found out that your husband had a whole second phone, like a burner phone, just for talking to other women. This lady, for her, she said it's not about the cheating. It's about the fact that she never really knew who she was married to. So you realize, people, secrets that we hold are not probably the reason why. The secret itself that we are holding is not the reason why we break up. It is the act of keeping something from your loved one that breaks up a relationship. I hope we are learning from this and we try and save our relationship. I think that's heavy. And to our audience, I want you to share. Have you ever discovered a secret in a relationship that shook you to the core? And can you share? I mean, you can share anonymously. If you have had to go through you had to experience a secret with someone that shook you to the core, go ahead and drop in the comment section. In our slot to come, I'll be able to read your comment and your story. You can be anonymous or you can use someone else's name. So we get to know that this really does happen. And when it does happen, what really goes on. Why people keep secrets in first place is what we are going to talk about. Why do people keep secrets? I think, for one, it's the fear of losing the relationship. They think if I tell them the truth, they will leave me. That is one of the things that is keeping us out of our relationships and keeping us from telling the truth about our lives. Say, like, I have children and then I'm interested in this person. I can pretend I don't have any so that the man can think I'm still innocent, I'm still young, for whatever reason. Because you think the moment he finds out I've got 5 kids with 5 different men, then he will, jump and run away and never return. Because there's also some saying that goes on, and if a woman has kids, stay away from them, they are not any good. There are those things that can contribute towards my keeping you a secret from, like, having kids. Why? Because stigma in society about ladies that have children, or even men that have children. Some ladies don't want to know because they don't want to be seeing stepmoms. So the fear of losing the relationship. Also shame and guilt, too, like hiding an addiction. Because you don't want your partner to see your weakness. We hide our addictions. I'm addicted to alcohol, but I don't want you to find out. So I hide. When you're coming over, I put away all the bottles. So you don't get to know in every corner of my house, there are bottles that, facilitate my addiction. So that one as well is a reason why people hide, keep secrets. Or sometimes it's manipulation. Keeping financial secrets to maintain control, lying about where you are to keep options open. I know of some people who, especially men, they're interested in a lady, they pretend like they have their thing all together. I mean, they hide that they're having financial problems. And so you think everything is good. You live large. You dine out every once in a while. And yet this man is just borrowing money to take you out every 2 times a week. Is taking you on these shopping sprees. Well, actually, all that money is on credit, facilitating all these other things that concern your loved ones, yet he's in debt. So sometimes it's because of manipulation. It's manipulation to get you. And there are those who just they are schemers. I want to get a rich man. I want to get a rich woman. So I pretend like I'm rich. If I'm a man, I pretend like I'm a rich man so that I can get a rich girl, you know. And so I keep up with appearances. I borrow money. I keep my secrets that I'm struggling financially, or I want to get into this rich family of my boyfriend, and so I pretend like I come off from a very wealthy family. My parents are well-to-do when I actually don't have parents, and I have no one. I stay in some ghetto somewhere. I normally go there at night. It floods when it rains, or you jump trenches to get there. So it is manipulation, if I may put it. And here is the irony. People think secrets protect love, but actually they poison love. You may think that that secret you have is protecting your love. It's for our good. It's for her good that she doesn't know where I come from, what I do for sure. It is for our good. It's for the good of the relationship that she doesn't know I have kids. Well, it is not. Secrets, as and when they are spilled, oh my goodness, they bring so much pain. It's not a place to be that you would want to be. So, guys, I hope we learn from that. And do you think there are some secrets that are okay to keep? I need to hear from you. Drop in the comment section, guys. Like I said, it's a live chat. Drop in the comment section. Let me know. Do you think there are some secrets that are okay to keep? Well, I can understand surprises. When you want to surprise me, it's my birthday. You want to surprise me, it's my anniversary. You want to surprise me, it's my, you know, I gave birth to a baby. It's something like that. I can understand surprises of gifts. Those are harmless. But what about secrets of crushes? Should there be complete transparency where you tell me everything, even about that crush? I know of a friend who used to like some gentleman on TV, and every time he would come on, he was a musician. She told her husband, I have a crush on that man, and if he ever crossed my way and told me he loved me, I would leave you just like that and go off with him. And the man would laugh it off. Yeah, but she was there clearly telling him what she was crushing about. So do you think there are some secrets that are okay to keep? I just need to know from you. Let me know who is watching and what your opinion is. Do you think there are some secrets that are okay to keep? Or should there be complete transparency? As in, you talk about even the crushes, the dreams, everything. Which one do you think would help facilitate a healthy relationship or a good relationship and keep the relationship together? Remember, this channel is dedicated to digesting the heart. Fridays are dedicated to digesting the heart. So let me know what you think. Is it okay to live transparently where you talk about everything? Or there are some secrets that are okay to keep? You know, like crushes, surprises. Let me know what you think on that one. Can trust be rebuilt once a secret is exposed? Or can a relationship survive? I also need to know your take on that one. Can trust be rebuilt once a secret is exposed? Or can the relationship survive? Can our relationship survive once there's that secret that had been here kept for so long, now is out? Can it survive? Can a relationship survive? I say it depends. This is what my take is. It depends. Some people can rebuild, but it's like rebuilding a house after a fire. I told that to someone just this week. They were asking, can a relationship survive after a secret has been revealed? It is possible, I would say, but not easy. It's like building a house. Like there's a person who wrote to me from Pakistan and said it flooded 2 days ago and houses were ruined. When you look at the videos he posted, you see really that property was destroyed. But can those houses be rebuilt to exact way that they were before the flood? I think it is possible, but it's not easy because it means breaking down everything and resetting the bricks in the exact places to be able to have the exact picture of what was taken down. Now, same applies to relationships. That's a lot of work to rebuild where trust has been broken, where a secret has been revealed and trust has been broken. It is possible, I would say, but not easy. You have to really work hard to make sure that it stands again. And one step that I would talk about is confession. The one cure for secrets is to confess. Guys, if we lived like open books, I mean, we meet, I tell you, I've been with these many people. I've been married before. I've had 3 or 10 kids. I've had these many boyfriends. That way, when we meet at some event and someone whispers she's been with so and so and so, or he's been with, it's not something that rocks your relationship. It's something that actually tightens, because you know whoever is getting fed by the would have been secret is in a good position. They are not caught off guard, and the relationship can survive. So the key thing I would say, guys, is secrets confessed. If you confess, no half truth, no I'll tell of it, full honesty. Nothing like I'll tell some of it. It's full honesty. You say everything as it happened. Yeah, I've lived in this place. Yeah, we are not rich. Yeah, I was born in Masaka. I grew up in the village of Kamoja. You know, anything that comes to your head. I'm just giving head of things. You can, if you came up clean that way, no one will come up later and blackmail you because of that secret that they have against you, or that power they have over you. I've seen the power of blackmail. Oh my goodness. If someone knows something about you that no one else does, we've watched those kind of characters. They extract from you, they extract and extract and extract until there's nothing to take. They are just there to take. They take and take and take until there's no more. And you get tired of feeding their silence all the time. You have to give them. So the best thing or cure to secrets is confessing. Then comes the consistency of actions. If you broke trust, you can't just apologize. You broke someone's trust, you can't just apologize and be like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and you leave it at that. You have to be consistent. Once you have to live differently every single day, you have to live different every single day, proving to them that you are actually changed, or this will not happen again. By an example, I got you with another phone texting other people and other women. And then once I get to know, then I continue seeing you going off to the toilet or to the shed to answer calls. You are not helping the situation there. You're actually just fanning it. So the best is to be consistent in your actions. You said you are sorry. Apology is not enough. Then you start being consistent. You do the same thing over and over, and apologize and continue to assure me that it won't happen again. That can be a cure to trust broken due to secrets. Also, transparency helps. Sharing passwords, being open with finances, and inviting accountability. I say it again, transparency helps. You know, sharing passwords. If we have laptops, I have the password, you know of it. I have my phone, you know my password. That way it's transparency all through, and it can help rebuild that trust that was broken due to infidelity, using social media platforms, whether it is gambling online, whatever it is, using phones, that can help. And also sometimes you need professional help like therapy. It's not something we do so much or take on so much in Uganda, like counseling. We think it is for those people in Europe, but we don't need it as well because of mental health. If we do need counseling or a trusted mentor to walk you through it. I mean, if you have gone through betrayal of trust, You need a mentor that you trust, that you could talk to and would help shed light. But let's be real, some secrets destroy relationships beyond repair. There are relationships that destroy relationships. There are secrets that destroy relationships beyond repair, and that's okay too. So walking away doesn't mean weakness, it means choosing peace. So don't beat yourself up about what didn't work out and trying to force life in a dead situation. I will ask again, have you ever forgiven a partner after secrets came out? And how did it go? Now the lines are open. I want to read some of the messages. Let me know who it is that is watching. Time for me to read some messages. So let me know who is watching and what your opinions are. I need to know, have you ever forgiven a person after a secret came out? I need to know, how did it go? Did it go well? Did the relationship survive? Or did it end? It's a live chat. Let me know who it is that is watching and what your take is on secrets that break trust. I'll start with Shaboya says, if you can't tell your partner your deepest, darkest secrets, it's a sign you are with the wrong person as a friend or partner. Shaboya has put it right. She says, if you cannot, then you are with the wrong person or partner. Now, I'll ask Shaboya, have you ever forgiven a partner or a person after a secret came out? And how did it go? Because like I said, secrets are to all of us. I said oxygen. Yeah? I said oxygen is to our breath, just like trust is to every relationship. Once it is not there in a relationship, the relationship can't stand. So I need to hear from you guys. Have you ever forgiven a partner after secrets came out? And if you did, how did it go? Did the relationship survive or did it end? I just need to know what came out of yours. Let me know what you think. And Cedric says, week has gone by so fast. Okay. Cedric is talking about his week. And Shaboya says, I don't think trust can be rebuilt after it's been broken. It takes a while too, but you will still be careful with that person. I know that is so true. Once trust has been broken, you start trading carefully with this person because they kept those secrets that spilled out, whether willingly or unwillingly. It sometimes can cause someone to take a step back while dealing with you. And that is so true. I will also read what Cedric says. Is keeping someone a secret a bad thing? No, is keeping someone's secret a bad thing? If it's a bad thing, they told you, they did or had. Is keeping someone's secret a bad thing? If it's bad, if it's a bad thing, they told you, they did or had. Now, keeping someone's secret is not bad. Guys, get me right. Keeping someone's secret is not bad. But if it's a secret that concerns your relationship, then it is bad. We broke down the examples of secrets that break trust. Those secrets, financial secrets, the habits, secrets like addictions, transformations. Like I gave you examples. If someone is a man and transformed to become a woman and is now accepted and looked at as a female when actually born gender was male, that when it comes out at a later stage in a relationship, it can really ruin it because it's a secret that was bound to be discussed to see if the other man is okay with it. But if you don't talk about it with them and then it later comes out, it could ruin a good thing. So I think it is best that we talk about things, but not secrets that concern other people. Like I come and tell you, you know what, uh, uh, I didn't go to school last year because you are not having fees, and then you talk about that with your friends. That's not a secret that would keep a relationship. Secrets that break relationships. We're talking about relationships between a man and a woman. But also we can maybe broaden it. But if it came between friends, that is again different now. But if it's between a man and a woman, those are the secrets that we're dealing with initially. And Shaboya says, but one can feel obligated to keep something to themselves. Not everything should be spoken sometimes. Now, this is something I'll tell you about relationships, and this is my take. I take full responsibility for it because it's the way I see things. If I'm in a relationship with you, I think that we should come clean. Reason for coming clean is because I see a future with you. I see a life well spent with you. Now, if it's a life well spent with you, I'm hoping that I would know everything there is about you, just as you'd know all there is about me, because half-truths don't help a relationship. It is the whole truth that would help a relationship to survive. Like I give an example. When I was growing up at church, there was this gentleman that had not so much of a good background. He used to work in taxis. Those of you who have lived in Uganda or are in Uganda, he was a taxi conductor. We call them those people that collect money from in a taxi. So he met some white lady at church. They got interested in each other, but his previous life was he had impregnated some lady on the village and had a child, a son. Now, when he met this white lady, he told her everything about him. He said, I live with my mom. My mom is this and this way, and I've got a kid I got in a maid when younger, hormones were raging. And so the lady understood. The man didn't know much English, and he used to express to her his poverty and tell him, you know what, I don't have money. I won't be able to buy you fine things in life. I sometimes just eat this fruit. He would not even know the name for the fruit because it was jackfruit and he didn't know how they say it in English. So he would bring the fruit and give her and be like, this is what I had for lunch. This is what I normally have for lunch, breakfast and supper because I don't have money. And the woman accepted him for who he was and what he brought on the table. So by the time their relationship went to the next level and people got to know, when they were preparing to get married, people were flooding in with the lady with all these things, hoping that they are opening her eyes to see who she was committing to. But the lady already knew. She knew that her man was a taxi conductor. She knew that he's not got any money to his name, that he had a kid that he had born out of wedlock, all these other things, even the facts about his family. He had put everything out there. So there's nothing they were using against him to break them apart. So I think it is good if we come clean when we are dating or when we are in relationships, because anything we hold back at some point will come back to us and ruin our relationships if we are not lucky. So if there is anything, Shaboya, I disagree with you. I think you shouldn't hold anything back. Talk about, there's a way we can put up appearances and, you know, I be like, I come from this home, we have this, when you actually don't, once the truth comes out. Probably this person fell with the picture that you painted, but not you that is right in front of him. Because we can tell lies, and what lies do, lies paint a picture of what this person may think of us. Like I can paint a picture of a decent girl. I know of another lady who was in church. You know, guys, this is a Bible-based channel. And by the way, just to remind you, it's a live podcast. Go ahead, hit that subscription button and you'll be subscribed and you'll see what this channel is all about. Otherwise, Fridays are dedicated to live chats. Now, there's this story that I wanted to tell you about. There's this lady who grew up in church. Like I said, I grew up in church, so I know many stories, and many of my stories are linked towards the church. And this lady posed like a virgin, like she was innocent, like she was untouched. Yeah, in church, we believe that once you've lost the original virginity, you can claim one spiritually and, walk on the spiritual virginity, because from the time that you are born again, then you are beginning a new chapter where you close off the old chapters and start off a new one. Now, this is what the lady also got and jumped with. So she got into a relationship with this gentleman, and things were going smooth until one day the gentleman was trying to touch her in public, and she said, well, no, we can't touch. No, you can't sit next to me in church. So the man got all excited about what he's going to expect in a relationship. And the gentleman said I need to marry this one off quick before someone else snatches her. And he started making arrangements. And while making arrangements to marry, he asked her, how many kids would you want us to have? I mean, they were talking children. And the woman was like, how many do you want? And the man is like, I like maybe 5 or 4. And the woman is like, no, that's a big number. Maybe we do 3. Back and forth. It was quite interesting that they were going through that. And the man's hope was all up there. You remember he wanted many kids, maybe 5, 6 kids. And the woman was like, well, let's meet midway and have 3. So they were talking kids and they got married. To cut the story short, at the reception, after they had finished exchanging vows, the woman came and told him, honey, I need to talk to you for a bit. So the husband was like, oh, let's go and talk. So they went off somewhere, and no, I think it was actually after the reception. And while they were in the hotel room, the woman said, honey, first come and get on the bed. There's something I just remembered that I want us to talk about. And the man is like, what is it that can't wait? We are tired. No. We have to talk about this. And the woman said, you know what? I've just remembered when I was young, I think I was about 18. I was climbing a tree in the village. I had gone to visit my grandmother. Then I fell from the tree and landed bad on my stomach, and I punctured my uterus, and they had to take it out, and all the female organs. That man was like, now to hell with this. It cannot be we've been talking kids, and it never crossed you that kids are carried from the uterus. And now you're telling me here and now that you had a small accident growing up, and it has just crossed you now. Memory has just flashed that you don't have a uterus, and so you can't give me those 3 kids. That, guys, if you want to know what marked the end of the relationship, it was that. Because all along she knew she had no uterus, and was seeing this man getting all giddy and happy, excited about having children, and kept it. So I don't agree with you, Shaboya, when you say some secrets are best kept to yourself. I don't. Because anything that you keep is the one that will come up to light when you least expect, and cause big damage, or it will become that big bomb that blasts your relationship. So now, to make the story short, the man said to the lady, it's on our honeymoon, I've not touched you, we've not done anything, I'm done with you. And remember, in Uganda, most of the time we do weddings, but the reception is where the bride also and groom get to spend their night. And that comes compliments of the place where you're going to put the reception. So they give you somewhere to accommodate you for that night. And then the next day you go off to wherever you've chosen as honeymoon place. Now, this lady that was crying, the pastors were down there, some people were still dancing. And the man said, we are done. It cannot be that you had such an operation that is not small. Guys, operation where they take out the uterus is not small, whether you went to school or you did not. So you cannot say that that is a small secret that just crossed you after some time, that you didn't know that you had your uterus taken out. You took it out. Guess what? You have a constant reminder of what happened to you, because there is a scar. I mean, those of you who have had C-sections before, where you've had children and they took out a baby, you have a scar. It may be small, but it is there to remind you of what happened to you some time back. Now, if that is the case, this woman was really a big liar. So the man called the pastor who was still downstairs that, you know what, she's still here. Please take her with you. I'm not going to be with her. We are done. And that marked the beginning of their counseling trips, trying to talk to the lady about why she forgot such a grave thing. And she's like, I had forgotten. He just came to me right after we came into the room because I remembered he loves children. Now, she had carried it as her secret, hoping that once they are married, the man will be able to bear. Well, he had always expressed his love for children and a family. That was the best time to tell, because if she had, then probably the guy would have adjusted his mind towards not having children and they would still be together. But as I speak, they are not anymore, and their marriage didn't even last a day. So guys, secrets are not anything good. Shavoy, I hope that is well exploited. Otherwise, it's a live chat, guys, and the lines are open. Go ahead and drop in the comments. I'll read your comments. And if you happen to like what you're watching, go ahead and like, subscribe, and together we'll be here every Friday. Otherwise, let me know what your take is on, have you ever forgiven a partner after a secret has been out? How did it go? Did the relationship survive, or did you end it? I need to hear from whoever is listening. Let me know where you're watching from and what your take is. And what is that biggest secret that could instantly end a relationship? If there is any that you think that among all the secrets you've talked about, this is it. This would be the bomb that blows up everything. Let me know what your take is. What you think would be the bomb on these ones. I'm waiting to hear from you guys and waiting to know what your take is. Have you ever forgiven your partner after a secret came out? How did it go? Did the relationship survive? Or did you end it? It's a live chat. Go ahead and let me know in the comment section what happened to you. What secret have you found out that led to what? I mean, there are some secrets that are small and can easily be forgiven. Like, I can secretly go and buy, like, I'll give you an example. I go and buy a motorcycle for my husband. I'm just giving you an example. And I use some of our savings. I buy it for him because I think it would help him get to work easily. Or I think it would help him start up a business because he's struggling. He may be annoyed with me that I went on and got money and bought, but guess what? He would again be excited that I got something for him, and that secret could be forgiven. So now I need to know, what are some of those secrets that could act as a bomb to a relationship and just blow things up? Or I want also to hear from you, have you ever forgiven a partner after a secret came out? How did it go? Did the relationship survive? Or did you end it? Let me know who is listening and what your take is on that one. Otherwise, today's conversation, guys, has been deep. And I've got some takeaways that I'll give after you've told me who else is watching and what your take is. Let me know what your take is on this topic. Secrets that break relationships. I need to hear from you, those secrets that you think can break a relationship. There's my new person that came on last week and suggested this topic. I don't know whether you joined your own. You are amazing. You suggested that. And if you are, let me know what your take is. Those secrets that can break a relationship, what are they? Have you ever forgiven your partner after the secret came out? And did the relationship survive? Or did you end it? I need to hear. Because like I said, trust is like oxygen. And without it, love can't breathe. It can't breathe. So if oxygen is cut off in a relationship, it just cannot survive. So that's why I said trust is like oxygen, and without it, love can't breathe. A secret is like a poison that slowly poisons the relationship and kills it. So let me know what you think. Have you ever forgiven someone after a secret has come out? And if you did, how did it go? Did the relationship last, or did it survive, or did you end it? Let me know what you think. The lines are open, guys. Let me know who is watching and where you're watching from, and what your take is on relationships. Otherwise, tonight's conversation, like I said, has been deep. And here are 3 takeaways that we could take home. Trust is fragile, but it's essential. It is very, very fragile. I need to trust the person that I'm with. There is this thing that we do where you are in a relationship with someone and keep certain things to yourself. Like men in relationships, you do not involve ladies. You don't want them to know about your money issues. You know, there is a gentleman who told one woman point blank that keep your focus on the kitchen, because that's where you belong, and leave the money matters with me, because that's my business. Oh, that hurt. And she had to go and talk about it because she didn't expect it from the person that she was in a relationship with. Now, we take it for granted that finances, disclosing how much you earn, disclosing how much is at stake for you is a secret, and it should be kept away from your partner. But it's not one of those things that we should keep away, because if there's any financial problems, trust me, they'll affect all of you. So it is good as well that money is brought to light. Let's be transparent about how much we earn. If I'm earning 5 million, I should let my partner know I have 5 million, and how are we going to spend it? If you see your partner is not one to spend it the right way, then let them know that is how much we earn, but this is how we are going to be spending it. Because the secrecy, once there is financial trouble, will ruin a relationship. I've seen men, there's actually a gentleman while growing up who went and borrowed money from the bank and invested in a school and a maize plant. You know, in Uganda, we have those machines that grind maize and create posho. So he went and got a maize plant and invested in a school as well, started off a school. But the money he borrowed, he thought would come back once school starts and children start paying up. But he found out that most kids were studying on credit, paying in installments, and that didn't help the relationship with the bank. So one time the bank came, and the woman was so braggant because the man kept the finances out of her way. And she had no clue that all the money they were spending, buying school vans, school trucks, feeding their kids at school with all these things. And she was a show off. She didn't know that money was on credit until one day the bank came, repossessed the machine, and took the school. I remember that time was really sad for her, that she was walking. They took the cars that they were bragging about, and she was walking up the hill towards church, and her shoe broke because it had rained and there was a lot of mud. And she came over to our house, and she used to undermine us a lot, me and my siblings. So when her shoe broke, I don't know who brought her there, but she came and asked one of my sisters for her shoes because she had a bigger foot and it could be the same size like her. And she squeezed her foot in her shoe and walked all the way up to church. And to me, that was humbling, until she started blabbering on how the man invested badly all their money. They are broke. They have nowhere to go. Could she come and stay with us? Well, it was all like a rug pulled right under your feet because the man never came clean about the money. So even financial secrets shouldn't be there. If we can adjust or work on them, that would help our relationships a great deal. TJ says, I once told a friend of mine a secret that I had never trusted with anyone except close family, and I thought she would keep it, but she ended up telling everyone, and they started seeing me differently. Oh, that is sad. That is really, really sad. From there on, our relationship was never the same. We stopped talking. Now, I can understand why you stopped talking because trust was broken. Now, this is taking trust out of context of, male, female. This is among friends. Actually, when there's a blabbermouth in a relationship, whether it's between male or female, friends, relationships don't stand. That is why the Bible says a friend to many is a friend to none. If you have so many friends, you are not a friend of anyone. The reason why she told is she wasn't your friend. She was a friend to so many and wanted to probably fit in and just missed a good person for a friend. Yeah, so friend blabbermouth can also, ruin relationships. But then now if you're talking about secrets that break trust, yeah, that was your secret. And for her to have told, it broke the trust. Yeah, so in that case, it's blabbermouth that broke the trust because you had trusted her with your secret, and that was bad of her. And Single Dad says, nice topic. Thank you, Single Dad, and thank you for watching. Let me know if you have ever had a relationship where secrets came out and what happened. Did the relationship survive or did you end it? I would like to hear from you, Single Dad. And TJ has said they stopped talking. TJ also said it took me a year, I think, to forgive her. You are a good person. Other people can't forgive certain things. I for one, I forgive and try to forget. I act like you're not even in existence. I try and forget you. Why? Because I don't want you to hurt me again. It is bad for someone to spill a secret. It is really, really bad. But that is in a secret of friends where I disclose something to you and then you tell it to everyone. That is what is bad. That is what is bad. But in a relationship where people are in a relationship, they are dating, it is bad to keep secrets when people are dating. Now, when we go back to I was giving you the takeaways. Secrets, big or small, create cracks that eventually shatter love. Secrets, whether they are big or they are small, they create a crack or cracks that eventually shatter love. An example is if you have a pot and it's got a crack in it because you poured hot things in one go before the clay could really hold, or you poured cold things before it would really hold. One crack, whether it is small, eventually it would cause the pot to crack. So secrets are like that. Whether they are big or small, they create cracks that eventually lead to the shattering of love. I hope we look out for them. And Shaboya says, I had a coworker who made it her mission to be best of friends. Later on, I was promoted and was made an assistant of the boss. Later on I found something out about the boss and told her. Then was told she talked everyone just to get my job. Oh my goodness, you mixed matters. You never talk about your boss, not at any single time with anyone. If you are still interested in your job, you never talk about your boss, because a boss is someone that everyone wants to be in good books with, just like we should all be in the good books of God, so that when he's showing kindness, we obtain some of that. When he's showing mercy, we obtain some of that. But if we do not be in his good books, we are bound to suffer repercussions. And there's the difference between God and humans is, I can try so hard to make you my friend. I tell you bad things about others so that I can be, your friend. But once the truth comes out that I lied, it can never leave the relationship, or that I said something. It can never leave the relationship the same again. So same applies to you, my dear. You shouldn't have spilled any beans about your boss, because everyone wants to be in his good books so that they can be promoted. And that was a mistake on your end, and that was betrayal at the same time. Now we are tending towards betrayal of friends. She is my sister-in-law. I thought she was family. Oh my goodness. People don't mix work with family. So probably she wanted your job and you were not aware, and sneaked right behind you. Sorry about that. I hope you learned and you don't give people that platform anymore. And a sister-in-law, I hope the relationship as in-laws still exists, because that's, now, unless the relationship is broken, it's permanent. Otherwise, that is so sad. I was talking about secrets, whether they are big or small. They create cracks in our love that eventually shatters love. So we should watch them. Don't you be sitting back there thinking, but this secret is small, it's not that big. We can get past it. Don't. Because the moment you do, that is when you actually lose your relationship. It needs to be that you know for sure that all relationships can't stand secrets. That is the best. So for me, if there is anything I have to put out there, I really put it out there so that there is nothing someone can use against me, or someone can use, to take me down. I put it out there and get over with it. That way you don't have anything to hold against me. Now, healing is possible, but it requires full honesty. Healing from secrets is put out there, and trust broken is possible, but it requires full honesty, it requires time, and it requires effort. We can all heal from secrets that are put out there. We can all heal, but it requires time. It requires honesty. It requires time. So if you are willing to work on that, your relationship could work out. If you are hiding something right now, guys, ask yourself, what is more important, the secret or the relationship? If there is anything that you're hiding from that person that you hold so dear, you need to ask yourself, what is more important? Is it the secret that I'm holding, or is it this person? Because if it's that person, then you tell them. There is a saying that I used to hold so dear growing up, that if something is mine, I let it go. If it ever comes back, then it is surely meant to be mine, and no one can take it from me. If we carry that with us, if there is any truth about you, you to put it out there. If that person loves you truly, they will love you regardless of the secret that you're putting out there. And it's good to open up before things go to the next level, because when we wait for too long, when this person has started, like this lady I just told you about, who had made plans with this guy to have children, and yet she knew her uterus was removed, and she comes to the guy and says, oh, I just remembered a small thing that happened to me years ago. Is that small? No. she was playing idiocy there, because she knew that anyone to have children had to have a uterus. There is no bag that they can carry that can carry a baby except the uterus. And if you had yours removed, definitely there is no way you can have a child. But she kept the man going on that roller coaster of, we will have children, we will have 3. Because the man started off saying, I want 6. What do you think? Can you give me 6 babies? And he's like, those are so many. I'll droop, I'll do this. And the man is like, I'll be there to support you through and through. Now, later on, that is when her memory flashed after the wedding, that she actually had an accident and the uterus was taken out. I think that was lame of her. She shouldn't have played that card, and I think it's why she lost her relationship when she thought she would not. So, guys, yeah, I'm for telling the truth and keeping no secrets, because the secrets you keep will ruin you eventually. Hello, Kamhanji Olive. Transparency is a must in a relationship. Thank you, my dear. How are you, and how is that place? Happy birthday to that boy. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We were talking about secrets that break trust. What are some of those secrets, Olive, that you think could be the bomb that would not, or would take out a relationship once they came out instantly? What are some of those secrets you think would take out a relationship instantly? Or you can tell me, have you ever forgiven someone after a secret came out? And how did it go? Did the relationship survive, or did you end it? Different people take secrets differently. Let me know what you think, Olive. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you think. Otherwise, for me, that is my take, guys, about relationship. My takeaways are that trust is fragile, but essential. We all need it for our sanity. You cannot be in a relationship with a person and all the time you're wondering, who is she with? Who is she talking to? Where are they going? Where has he been? What is he doing? You can't. You can run mad. You have to have a degree of trust with this person, where you, to some degree, you trust them. You know they're in this with you and they are not up to nothing that would hurt you. So, and Kilhanyi says, anything related to the relationship must not be secret, because once trust is broken, it can't be rebuilt. I know, that's what I thought as well. I think it's, we in our African culture, we are brought up the wrong way, where we think if you reveal so much, this person will get to know so much about you and may be scared of. That's a lie. Let them know all there is about you. And if they choose you in the end, then you're worth taking. Like I remember when I was meeting my husband now, I told him all things that were not good about me. I told him I have no parents, I am not rich, this. And he's like, yeah, it's okay. I didn't say I was. We can take it off from there. I also don't have anything. But I kept on giving the worst so that they don't have ideas of me and fall in love with the idea and leave me behind. Because it's so easy for someone to fall in love with the idea of you and not you. It is so easy in a relationship. I know of a gentleman, of a lady, who, when the man was trying to woo her, kept on saying, me, I never drive cars for more than a year. If a car gets to be a year, I just sell it and get another one. And we had never seen that gentleman drive. So the gentleman kept on saying, I get, my mind goes off so easily, so I don't like to drive. I always hire someone to drive me. It is much later we find out the man didn't have his own car, so the car he would pick us in would be his friends. That's why he wasn't driving it. Actually, the friend was driving him around with his girlfriend, and we got to find out that he has never owned a car. Actually, doesn't have a permit to drive. much later. So people do those things and you fall in love with the idea of a man. I remember someone who told me, I don't know what kind of luck I've got. Every man that is interested in me is so stinky rich. And I tend to attract only the rich guys. That's what she was saying. Because this man that came after the first man was flashing around money like he's getting it from a hole somewhere and just using, yeah? Only to get married to him and actually find out the truth is he's got nothing to his name. Nothing. And when I say nothing, nothing. But that friend was in love with the idea of the man. She thought he's stinky rich, he's got it all together. Life can't get any worse once she's with him because, he had presented heaven on earth for her. But later when she found the truth, that nearly broke them, guys. The truth about the man that he's got no job, he's this and this, he's got nothing to his name. It was terrible. So it is good, guys, that we don't hold anything for ourselves. These are people we love. Guess what? We be honest with them. Tell them the truth about you. Tell them what you have. Tell them what you don't have, what you hope to get, because there is no crime in being hopeful of tomorrow. I mean, you could say, I don't have a car now. I know of a pastor who promised his lady that I'll buy you a big house. I'll fly you on those planes. I'll take you to America. And while he was saying this on their wedding, they had only 6 bottles of soda. And the reason why they had 6 is because the girl had mentioned that at their home, 6 people were coming. And the man had briefed people on his end. None of you is going to be drinking soda on the wedding because I don't have money for that. But guess what? I'm taking this woman because I love her. And so the family members were okay with it. So they prepared the sodas to be for the mother, father, and the siblings for the wife that he had married. So for them, they got to drink soda, but the rest of the people didn't. And he had served matoke. I don't know whether you guys know what matoke is, but matoke is green bananas. Those of you who are from Africa but don't call them matoke, it's green bananas. And that is what they had, plus some soup and some rice. And there went the wedding. But guess what? The man kept on promising, I know I didn't give you the wedding that you deserve because I didn't have that money at that point in time, but I'm going to get rich. And when I do, you will get tired of me because I'll spoil you to the core. And he kept on promising her things that he will do, not things that he has, that he never had. Now, the problem is the secrets that we keep are to maintain the now, not the future. We tend to think that these secrets will help the relationship, for the good of the relationship, when actually they are breaking the relationship. Tell me, I've never driven, I don't own a car, but I would love to buy you a car in the future. Everyone can dream of a better tomorrow at some point. All of us can. And guess what? If we keep on dreaming and believing God, things align and God hears. And before you know it, you have yourself a nice home. You have yourself a set life. Not that it's one you had before, but it is God hearing your faith, believing that you have believed and you've stuck with this person, you've acknowledged he has nothing and accepted him the way he is. We tend to not accept people because the way they have presented themselves, because they didn't come with anything. But true love is patient, true love is kind and forgiving. I've learned from relating that no one is perfect and we can forgive. We can forgive. There is nothing that lifts the heart like forgiveness. I mean, you can forgive and walk away. Remember what I said, walking away doesn't mean weakness. It means choosing peace, because some secrets destroy relationships beyond repair. Let's acknowledge that, guys, and let us be real. And that's okay too. There are some secrets that can destroy a relationship where it cannot be fixed again. Yeah? So walking away doesn't mean weakness. It means choosing peace over it all. So if you're hiding something, guys, if you're hiding something right now, ask yourself, what's more important? Is it the secret or the relationship? If you come up with an answer, then go ahead and do your thing. Because trust me, it's worth it, whatever it is that you choose. Otherwise, create a culture of openness. If your partner feels safe, they won't need to hide. We just need to create a culture where we are open to each other. There's someone I was talking to and he said, we are too open at my house. We walk around like this. We do this, and this. And I'm like, what? And he said, yeah, we are that open, me and my kids. I was I was taken aback. But growing up like that, there's nothing you can hide. If actually someone starts hiding something and you get to find out, it's betrayal, it's painful. You're like, I was vulnerable with this person. Like TJ has said, that she was vulnerable with this person, told her that secret that she had never told anyone except close family members. And the other friend went on and spilled the beans to everyone. That was betrayal. And it ended up that they stopped talking. Otherwise, when we create a culture of openness, I'm open, you are open, guess what? There'll be no need to hide. Let's talk about previous relationships. I've had some, you've had some. Are we still willing to live with each other? Yes. Then let's start. And you start off. I took a loan to make our wedding happen. Okay, so what are we going to do to make sure that we pay off? And then we come up with solutions together. Than keeping it to yourself, it weighs more on you and puts down the relationship. Guys, like I said, it's a live podcast. Let me know who else is watching, where you're watching from, and what your take is on this topic of secrets that break up relationships. Let me know what your take is and where you're watching from. That will be good. The lines are open. Go ahead, drop your comment in the comment sections. Otherwise, the topic is secrets that break trust. Yeah. Secrets that break trust is what we are talking about today. Let me know who is watching. Have you ever forgiven a partner when a secret came out? How did it go? Did the relationship survive, or did you walk away or end it? Let me know. You are watching. Otherwise, I need to know who it is that is watching and what your take is. It's a live podcast. We need to create a culture of openness where we can freely talk. You know, I know it's not easy talking about truths and revealing them to someone because you don't know how they would take it. There's some program I was watching and the lady was pushing the man to tell her who his crush was when they were in school, and they had been in the same school. And the man was like, it doesn't matter, it's in the past, I married you. And the woman is like, just tell me, I just need to know, I won't do anything. And the woman just kept on pressing, and the man kept on saying, it's in the past, I married you, you're the one I love. I don't care, I just need to know your crush. And once the man came clean and said it was so and so, she was like, and I wasted my time making cupcakes and giving them to her over Thanksgiving while you were fanning your crush. Oh my goodness, things got blown out of proportion. She stopped talking. And yet she's the one who was pressing for the truth. So sometimes the truth is not easy to digest. But if you're calling for it, especially earlier on in a relationship, you can actually go ahead and, break down the walls and be truthful. If this person loves you, they'll stick around. Like I said, that if something is yours, if someone is yours, let them go. If they come back, then they were truly yours. They were truly meant to be in your life. So if there's anyone that you're interested in, anyone you're in a relationship with, anyone you would want to have anything with, Be honest. Let's create a culture of openness. If your partner feels safe, they won't feel the need to hide anything. And guess what? Because they won't be hiding, they will be honest. There will be no need to hide. They'll be like, I don't know. Have you seen people who have been married for some time, really long time? And when they sit to eat, they are eating. They are not shying around, not leaving, the plate full with food and starving in the background. No, they sit, they eat. When they are laughing loud, like it's real life. But then those who are putting up appearances only laugh when the other one is not in the picture, when he's not nearby, because then this person will start saying, hey, I saw her laughing so loud. Oh my goodness, she's got a big voice. If you are in such a a relationship where you're pretending, a pretentious relationship, it won't last, because you can only keep up with that for a time. It can't be your permanent garment. And your partner can't find out 20 years, 40 years down the line that you actually laugh and you have a voice when you laugh. It's just not interesting. That is why I keep on using the example of lockdown, where people could not stand each other. They just wanted to have their own space because they are not used to spending that much time together. And there we were, bound through the confinement of home. You are with this person, you get to see them wake up, get to see them without makeup, get to see them with their hair out, because our lockdown was the longest in history, 2 years. My dear, if you plaited hair, it had gone old. If you did nails, they were all falling off. And anything you were doing in 2 years was out. So were we ready for what we saw after the curtains were drawn? So relationships that were able to survive that survived, but those that were not able to did not survive. It goes to tell us that it's good to keep an open culture where we are open. You freely express what you like and what you don't, what you're into and what you're not, because suppressing of feelings also can, ruin a good thing. But secrets are not good, whether small or big. They create cracks that eventually shatter love. If there's anything that you can take from today's podcast, it's that one. That secrets, big or small, create cracks that eventually shatter love. That is one thing that you can take from this podcast. So if you don't want your relationship to crack, don't keep secrets. Be open, let them have it. If they love you enough, they'll stick around. If they came for the idea of you being in a relationship with them, they will run away. But you get to keepers. It's like gold. When you find it, you wash it and wash it and wash it until the smallest bit is got. And then it's exposed to heat as well, to melt. And then you come off with the finest product. So if someone who is truthful, and if you're okay to reveal your secrets with them and they are able to handle, those are keepers. Hang on to them. You can never get anything finer. I would say thank you, guys, those who have kept the podcast live. Thank you. Those of you who have tuned in from the very beginning. Just before we conclude, the essence of this channel is to read our Bibles from Genesis all the way up to Revelation. Reason for that is because, guys, I realize that the truths that we find for ourselves through the reading of the Word cannot be removed from us. There are things that you can be told, like you can be told if you knit at night, a night dancer would come, or if you sweep your house in the night, you'll be poor. All those are superstitions. But things that you have read and proved for yourself, you cannot be told contra. Like, I know that in the beginning, God created this and this. Because I've read it, I will keep it so close to my heart. But if I've not read it, I wouldn't know. So I encourage us to read the Bible. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And you'll be able to get notification of videos as and when they drop in. And you'll be also able to get access in the archives, our journey. We are reading the Bible from Genesis all the way up to Revelation on a small scale and at a slow pace. so that we can be able to understand and also relate it to our day-to-day life. Because guys, believe you me, at the end of it all, we will give accountability of everything that we have done, be it good or bad. So what is it that you're doing with your life? I understand Friday you came and dedicated to be on this podcast. And I know it's not by coincidence that you've tuned in. You've tuned in because God predestined that you be here and that you listen to these words. I hope that you give God a chance and time and be grateful that you're here today, because not everyone is able to. There are those who have packed out. There are those who are on life support, but you are able to hear me tonight. You're able to see me. There are those who can't see. There are those who can't hear. That day I woke up and I had a frozen shoulder. Have you ever been sick? Any part of your body, whether it's just the toe, you cannot sleep. You cannot have peace. Just one part of you being sick. So if God has preserved you, and there's nowhere paining, even if you have pain, the fact that you're here today, that's good enough for you to praise and thank Him. So don't forget to say, thank you, Lord, for the gift of life. Thank you, even when we don't get what we asked for. Like I was asking God for many things and I've not seen them yet. But that doesn't mean He's not God. He's still God and He's still in charge. And when He does choose to answer, because He's under no obligation to answer you, He works and does as He pleases. An example, I've got my phone. My phone cannot choose to shut itself off unless it wants to be discarded or taken to the mechanic or sold off. If it starts malfunctioning, like I turn it on, it goes off, I will throw it away. And Olive says, oh, I have not been reading Olive's messages. I just welcome messages. And Olive says, it's okay to keep our families because some partners use them against us. Olive, you need to explain more. I'm trying to understand your text. I think it's okay to keep our families because some partners use them against us. Maybe Olive will explain on that one. How do partners use our families against us? Yeah, there are some. Is it families or secrets against us? I need to hear. Is it family against us or secrets against us? And let you be clear so I know what you're talking about. Olive, if you can be clear on what it is that you're saying, it's okay to keep our, I think you're saying secrets because our partners can use them against us. Olive can explain more. Otherwise, guys, I was on a serious note, reminding us about our Creator. He's the reason why we are here. All that we have, even when we pray and we don't see what we have prayed for come to pass, He's under no obligation to do those things for us, except when the Bible says He does as He pleases. An example, my phone, it starts doing things I don't want it to do, I will sell it off. Olive says, I think it's okay to keep some of our family secrets from our partners. Some might be used against family secrets. Like what? Cedric says family secrets. Like what family secrets, Olive? Because if you are married to a person, he's bound to know. This is how I'm not against you, Olive, but this is what I think. I think that if I'm married to you, it is for a lifetime. I'm not going to leave you tomorrow such that you can disgrace me, but I'll be open to you. I'm not saying let this person know everything there is about you in one go. You can assess, because some relationships end off on the wrong foot. Others really work out. If you see that this person is right, you start letting down your guard. Because eventually they'll find out. Now, what is it that they are going to find out? Because there's there's something about God and secrets. He always lets them loose and people get to know. There's a lady who in church used to sleep around with many men and would hide. And when they would tell her that sister is promiscuous, she would say, no, I don't. People just don't like me. And one day she got pregnant. Oh my goodness. There is no one, and she knew abortion is what God wouldn't want her to do. And there's no way she could be pregnant except she was with a man. Finally, we had, you know, that nails nailed to the coffin, and we knew exactly what she was into, even when she was denying so many times. So this time round, when people got to know that she was pregnant, they were like, aha, we don't think another Mary is giving birth to Christ. Finally, we've got our proof. And she was disgraced because the truth eventually came out. So what is it that we are hiding? Are you sure it can't be found out? Because if it can be found out, like another example, there was a lady that I knew that was getting married, and the father asked for 15 cow heads, 15 cows. And the man was young and struggling and in church and trying to make ends meet and marry this girl that he liked. But when the father asked for 15 cows, the siblings came and faced the dad and said, Dad, what are you doing? Our sister is epileptic. What if she has one of those episodes just before the wedding? What if she has those episodes on the introduction day and the man gets to find out that she's epileptic? Then what? After you've asked for all these herds of cattle. And the man was like, I want 15, or he's not taking her. So the man was trying. So the sisters, in order to lift the weight of the man, one of the sisters had, and she said, I'll give in 8 cows so that we reduce on the 15 that my father has asked. So the man was left with 7, so that it looks like a reasonable bride price for the sister. Because the dad had refused to, he had lost all reasoning regarding how much they should bring as bride price. The reason why the sister brought in the cattle was because she wanted to redeem her from the truth, the secret that had been out there. I mean, the man didn't know that she was epileptic, and she gets these seizures that were really bad, and they were scared that once he finds out, he may bring her back home and ask for his bride price. So they did it as siblings. One brought 8 cattle, another one brought 3, and another one brought 2, where the man was left to bring only about 2. And he thought that was a good bride price because he didn't have money for 2 cattle, but it was a bit reasonable to bring 2 cattle. So he was okay with that. They were trying to guard the secret that she is not safe, and she's always on medication. On the day of the wedding, they packed her, they loaded her with lots of meds so that she's calm and doesn't get any seizures, and the man doesn't get to see the other side of his beautiful bride. But how long would they keep that up? What if she went to work and forgot? What if she was at home pregnant and forgot? The sisters kept on telling the dad to look at it that way, that what if she got she got married and couldn't have children because of the meds she's been taking over the years, and the dad could not have it any other way. He said, I want 15 cows. And he kept on wanting and wanting and wanting until the sisters devised a way to meet the need and have their sister married off, because no one was marrying her who knew about what she had as a health secret. So I don't know how long we can keep up secrets, even when it comes to our families. But some of these secrets can't be kept for long. And once they come out, they bring shame. They can cause the relationship to end. So I don't believe in keeping anything. If there's anything about me, I'll let you know about it. And then you choose to be with me, or you choose not to be with me. That's how much I would love that person, that I would want them to know and still choose me. Or let me go and find someone who will love me with all my flaws, because we all don't come perfect. And Olive says, yes, the families that we come from, so long as they are not related to our relationship. Okay, that is what you mean, eh? That once they are families that you're related to but are not. Yes, family that we come from, so long as they are not related to our relationships. I truly believe we need to be clean. Transparency is the one for me. I think we should be open about everything, because anything you keep, he will use against you once he gets to find out, or it will break your relationship. Some people are no. I'll give an example. There are some people who cannot get married because of their tribes, and families don't accept certain tribes, they don't accept certain religions. So it is key that some of these are not kept a secret. Bring them out. Because again, if we take it on a family basis, families marry families, they get to relate as families. Much as we think it's a two people thing, it's families getting to know each other here, guys. And it is not the same as we think, or light as we think. That is what I see, guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. The rest of you who are watching in from what we call Kamoli event, let me know who it is that has been with us from the beginning, because some of you have been on from the very onset, and I just need to know who it is. I send out a shout to you, and if you have liked, I see it's 20 of us on. Go ahead, guys, hit those like buttons. We are now 21. I don't want to sign off, but you're quiet and you're not commenting. Go ahead and like and send a comment. Let me know whether you've enjoyed the topic of discussion today. Otherwise, I'll sign off if you're not saying anything and call it a night. I see we are 20 on there. If we can all hit the like button, that will go up to 20 likes. So go ahead, hit the like button, guys. Let me know who it is that has watched. Just like, and I will be glad. Our numbers keep on fluctuating, going up and down. But let me know who it is that is watching, where you're from, before we sign out. Otherwise, thanks to you, our live audience. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to like. I would remind you, don't forget to share the link. Don't forget to subscribe and to tell a friend. Otherwise, we have had a blast. I have had a blast with you, even when some of you have been quiet. Special shouts go out to TJ, to Shaboya, to Cedric, Jasper, Olive. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for keeping it real and keeping it lively. And until next time, stay real, stay bold, and keep talking about things that matter. Otherwise, I hate to say bye, but you're not saying anything. Yeah, Cedric says thanks for the presentation. You're welcome, and thank you for keeping it right here all this time. Thank you, guys, and I hope we'll be together next week. And bye-bye and take care.